Broadcast. Bang! I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Tuesday, May the 29th, 2012. 4 days since I've done a freaking video. Come on, I deserve a break. Well, it's been an interesting 4 days since last Thursday, since I did my last recap. A lot's gone on. Obviously, stock market's grinding higher. Once again, going to climb this wall of worry after being busted. Oh, and it's busted. Oh, and we're going lower. Abso-freaking-lutely. We got lots of good stuff coming up this week. We got the Irish vote on Thursday. That should be interesting. And this rally is all because the Greeks, the people in the know, and now the journalists, the news organizations, all trying to manipulate the situation and make everyone think that the Greeks are going to go for the bailout party. Okay. If you buy that, I got a bridge I could sell you. I mean, give me a break. So it's more of a relief rally, maybe that nothing happened. Over the weekend, we look at this S&P, and I see lots of resistance around this 1345 zone. We got Fibonacci levels. We got that EMA right there. That 30 EMA to me is big. But obviously, when you see this Fibonacci, we could rally a lot more. But first, we really got to clear the tower. In my opinion, really got to clear that 1345. I see nice resistance here. Even the first Fibonacci. But it looks like we should get to 1344 easy. What's amazing is, though, is that the euro right now is trading at 125. What's up with that? Divergence. Listen, this close is disgusting. It's horrible. But I'm a little nervous that the stock market now looks decent. Except Facebook, of course. Holy crap. Under 30, huh? And yet we almost hammered here. Almost. If they can get this thing by 5 o'clock, this euro dollar up to like 125.10, 15, it actually might be a buy. This might be the break. We really need to close at like 124.70, and it would look a lot different. And this, to me, while, yes, the news is terrible, we're certainly seeing some other currencies make a nice comeback. So we'll take a look at that. But as far as the economic numbers that came out, you know, we did have that Michigan sentiment number on Friday. I want to talk about that. And I got to tell you, it's such a joke. Michigan sentiment at like a 2007 high. Of course it's that high. If you're in Michigan, where's Michigan? Where's Detroit? Last I checked, it's in Michigan. Thank you, Obama. Thank you for the bailout of the autos. That's the only reason. If there wasn't a bailout, streamlining, the unions were sacked in a bankruptcy, which is what would have happened, wouldn't have been that good. It would not be that good. So, of course, today, we get the national consumer confidence. Revision was weaker and a disgusting, disgusting number. Supposed to be 69.8, came in at 64.9. Horrible. Muy malo. We got deflationary pressures in Europe. Import prices collapsing in Germany. CPI coming in weaker than expected. Not good. And there's another virus called the flame. I'll tell you, this one's unbelievable. This one's like, they're saying 60 times more code than Stuxnet. And what's amazing about this one is, if your cell phone is near the computer that's hacked, that's infected, it can read your messages. It could turn on the video and recording and record you. You don't even know it. Wow. Now that's a virus you want for your girlfriend, wife, if you think she's cheating. Oh, baby. You should sell that sucker. Anyway, again, dollar index certainly not closing as well as I thought it should. And again, we got through that big spot, that big level, that 82.50, closing below it. There's a 3-year chart, people. Okay, this is very important. The dollar index needs to take out today's high or Houston. We might have a pullback. Euro right now closing above 125. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous. I think the dollar is ready to have a little pullback. And again, you could have a Fibonacci pullback, not major, not a collapse of the dollar. Just a Fibonacci from these last couple of moves. Come back down to 81, nothing wrong with that. And a lot of futures, they're piling on the shorts here. We could get a big squeeze. Any good news? But I just think the fact that nationwide U.S. consumer confidence is so terrible, really bad, and just goes to show you, Michigan, sentiment. I mean, give me a break. There was some good news out of China also. China talking it up, saying they could do a lot more to help their economy, more tools in their tool bag, and they will. Okay. We got some good numbers coming out this week on China, right? PMI numbers. Big week ahead, people. I know it's Tuesday, but let me tell you something. Jobs, GDP in the U.S. We got retail sales tonight out of Australia. I look for that number to suck. But let me tell you, if I'm wrong, which I'm wrong all the time, you could have a nice move in the Aussie. Now, that gold move today, I'll tell you, very interesting that gold collapsed. And yet, ooh, look at the futures closing very strong. Almost at the highs of the day. This is a good thing. But we look at gold. It really broke big. I mean, this was a nice big $30 sell-off. Yet they couldn't crack everything. They couldn't crack it. And I'll tell you this, Aussie and Kiwi hold up like champs since making lows last week. Now, we do have some other numbers coming out tonight in Europe. Even take a look at oil. I think oil could trade independently. I think demand destruction is here. You get a consumer confidence number like that at the U.S. I just can't believe Facebook closing on a 29 and the stock market flying. Interesting. I'll tell you, it's got to be a buy at 28. Tomorrow's got to be the day in Facebook. Turnaround Wednesday, second day of the week, so it's really Tuesday. But look at oil. Oil looks terrible. And again, this dollar index. So again, this dollar index doesn't look very good, but look at this euro closing above this low here. Above 25 is a victory. Big time. London had some decent numbers. That CBI realized sales a little bit better. But I'll tell you, you get these futures to fly a little bit tonight in Asia. You get a good retail sales number out of Australia. This Aussie could fly like the wind. Big time. And if Euro Sterling comes back, which it looks like it's trying to, maybe you get a move in pound Aussie, pound Kiwi to the moon. I like it. Maybe. We'll take a look in a little bit. Remember, those of you looking to take advantage of my free one-week trial, email me, info@globalfxllc.com. New trials start tomorrow, so start with my class. I think we got one or two. Big deal. It is what it is. I'll do it. I'll have two people. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm trading just like you. But it's nice to have other people to trade with. That's what sort of the round table chat room is all about. But again, feel free to email me any questions you might have about my service. More than happy to answer any questions. Net lending to individuals out of London. I don't see that as a big deal. I do think, though, Euro Sterling, if it does have a pop, cable's going to put up a fight. Maybe we grind up to 57. But another one. Took out the lows and now closing decent. Back in the fold. That's a reversal. We got an Italian 10-year bond auction. That should be interesting. Another earthquake rocking Bologna. 15 people dead this time. Not good. But cable, listen, this thing is definitely oversold. We are due for a monster pop. We never took out 56. We held this double bottom. I got to tell you, unless we take out these levels and the futures tank, we're due for a big snapback, it looks like to me. It really does. And it's the end of the month. They might try and mark stocks up. Wouldn't surprise me there. Maybe even get some movement in dollar yen. Who knows? Third base. U.S. side, pending home sales. No big deal there. To get some inflation data out of Canada. Draghi speaking, Dudley speaking, and that's it. But then the big litany of economic data that's going to come out on Thursday, big. ADP, Challenger, job cuts same day, weekly jobs claims, one day on Thursday. Oh, mama. GDP, I don't see how that number is going to be good. I'm sure Obama will fudge the number somehow. But look at the sterling dollar. Looks like it double bottomed. It really does. Let's take a look at this. No, I don't want to look at that. Euro Kiwi rolling over. Euro sterling. Certainly looks like it found a level. Holding here. As long as we don't take out these lows here. Only 20 pips. Looks like it could be a long. Saying this Euro Canada making new lows. Bye-bye. Dollar Canada looks terrible. Looks like it may have reversed now. We'll take a look. I still think this Euro Swiss breaks. Dollar Yen is a monster wedge here. Looks better on the hourly, 8 hour, but still nice wedge formation forming. It's certainly oversold. It's certainly due for a pop, no doubt. It's not going down anymore. Bond yields even came in more, and it stopped going down. Maybe this thing has a pop. You know, Euro Yen looks interesting, maybe on the long side, but it's not over. Nice little hammer here on Euro Yen. It's not over. No way. But it could be over for the next couple of days as the market again launches higher again. 1343, big spot in the S&P. And again, that dollar index really hit that big fib. So it looks to me like we really are, stage is set for a nice reversal. Dollar Canada reversing. Couldn't get through it. I like this as a short now. Again, this is all short term. Medium, I still think the dollar is going to head back up at some point. I think the futures roll over and take out 1,300 easy, and we're going to 1,200. But for now, it looks like we're going up. Got to get long. Dollar Swiss with a nice little shooting star here. This looks good to the downside. And again, I love the Swiss franc. I think this pound Swiss is toast. It's going to roll over. I don't think we even take out this 150.50. Love it. Swiss franc, Euro Swiss is going to crack, in my opinion, at some point. But they're going to limit capital inflows? What are they smoking? Yeah, I like that idea. You know what that is? They know the Swiss franc. Jordan came out already and said, you know, he went from saying the Swiss franc is highly overvalued to saying it may be fairly valued. Interesting. Where did that come from? So we look at this Aussie dollar. It certainly looks like it may have found a level. I know it's 150 pips from the lows, but we could easily pop up to par 50. Easy. If the S&P's fly and retail sales are good, oh, baby. You got to buy it. Even 101.50. Look at that. 101.20, first line of defense. 102.75 is huge. That's a channel line also. Bang. So let me tell you, this Aussie, certainly 102, would not be so bad. And you're getting paid to own it. So I got to tell you, the stock market closed very well. Even the Kiwi. Grinding up, only 130 pips from the bottom, about 150. Back into the channel line here. I got to tell you, I think this Kiwi's long. Got to get long. So again, barring any bad news, it looks to me like the bulls have it. And again, we're getting a nice little late day sell-off in the dollar. Euro coming back, closing above 125 is a good thing. Is bullish. And I think that these retail sales out of Australia, I really don't know. I would say they'd be bad. But you know me, I'm Mr. Negative. And last time was up 0.9. They're only looking for up 0.2. They did cut rates. This number is reflecting that rate cut of 50 basis point, I believe. So that could feed into a good number, too. You know, the Australians maybe get a little giddy, yada, 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 and then to the moon. So that should set the stage, I think, And again, with these futures closing at 1335, ripping after the close a little bit, that's pretty bullish. I don't see any real. We got Shirakawa speaking out of Japan. Maybe he talks about another stimulus plan. That would be bullish for dollar yen. More stimulus, dollar yen goes up. And we retail PMI, not a big deal there out of Europe. Mortgage approvals, money supply, net lending out of London. Curious about that. It's really the Italian 10-year auction. That goes over well. If they somehow pull it off, oh, baby, to the moon. So look for my twits again. You can find me on Twitter, Voice of Forex. You can find me on Facebook, Voice of Forex, or Andrew.Spanton. And, of course, on YouTube, Voice of Forex. Because, you know, there's only one, the only voice you'll ever need. Hope you missed me. Share my freaking video. Come on, people. Get me some more views. The only voice you'll ever need truly loves to make you money. Hopefully you're well rested, had a good vacation, good time off, fun time, tan, fit, fat, whatever. Get ready. Big week ahead. Bye-bye.